Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to be looking at a Warhammer community article that's come out talking about the upcoming Tower Codex for Warhammer 40,000. I'm really excited for the new Tower Codex. As an absolute anime nerd in my youth, there was always something about the Tower with their mech suits that really appealed to me, you know, being a fan of things like Gundam and Code Geass and all that in my youth. And my time growing up really made me love everything mecha, so there's always been an affinity with the Tower for me. Now, Tower have got some new ways to fight, some new tactical philosophies, and that's what we're going to look at today. These should be really interesting and should hopefully give Tower a really unique way to play on the tabletop, or at least give them a way to play that's not just a simple gun line, which I guess has happened in the future with Tower releases. And so, when the Tower Empire makes war, its leaders meticulously plan their assaults according to two philosophies: Montcar, the killing blow, and Caoyon, the patient hunter. In the upcoming Codex Tower Empires, these strategies are yours to command. Cool tactical philosophies, you choose which one of these at the start of the battle after the turn order has been decided. This means you'll know exactly what you're facing, so you can take advantage of the first turn with a powerful Montcar strike, or weather the enemy assault before springing a crafty Caoyon ambush. So this is really cool. First of all, it gives you abilities after. I really like this sort of stuff that allows you to pick it depending on how the battle's been dictated based on deployment. In Age of Sigmar, there's a army called Cruel Boys where we have dirty tricks with them, and it's a really interesting thing. You pick it after you're sort of done, and you get all these different things. It could be like certain shooting ranges are in effect, you're -1 to wound, you get to redeploy a unit, you get to set traps on the field. It's a bunch of different cool abilities, and these sort of rules like these really make for interesting sort of games, as you can react to just something just as simple as the turn order. It makes quite for a fun army. And so, the first one here, we've got Montcar, the killing blow. Favored by aggressive dynamic commanders, the tenets of the Montcar emphasize a blisteringly powerful assault aimed directly at the enemy's command structure, striking hard and fast to take out key targets before meaningful resistance can form. Accordingly, the Montcar tactical philosophy rewards decisive action in the first 3 turns, allowing its warriors to rapidly advance into enemy lines and blaze away with powerful close-range firepower. So this, first of all, is really cool. This is something I'm a big fan of in Age of Sigmar. I like the turn-based abilities, things like the Idenef Deepkin, Daughters of Cain, and all that sort of stuff, where they get scaling abilities over the course of the turns. Of course, there are better ways to do this than others, but I really do enjoy these style abilities. So we've got the tactical philosophy Montcar. Battle rounds 1, 2, 3. Each time this unit makes a normal move or advances in your movement phase until the end of your shooting phase, it counts as having remained stationary. This straight away is cool. This means all our heavy weapon or anything like that move, you know, we can get those heavy weapons to bear. It means we can deploy them, and it really does lead up some nice sort of avenues of fire. Our opponent can't stay in cover all that well because we're able to move things to get our lines of fire better across the table. Each time a model in this unit also makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible unit within the range shown in the table, improve the armor penetration characteristic of the attack by 1 and reroll a wound roll of 1. So this, first of all, is really cool. So it's pretty much giving us these benefits as long as we're moving towards the enemy. So we're effectively like the line of fire, and we're just gradually advancing down the army, trying to mow down our enemy's troops. I really like this. It starts off longer range because of course it would, and then gets shorter and shorter, forcing you with your town to have to go in. This could be really useful when you're playing like something like moving around with your devilfish and all of that, with your fire warriors and the pathfinders inside, to unleash some firepower. This is a really cool ability, and so this allows players to move even their foot-slung fire warriors into commanding positions early game, as we just all talked about. Now, Caoyon, the patient hunter. The more cautious approach Caoyon teaches that the enemy should be lured into an exposed position before the weak points are smashed by a prepared assault. By offering some tasty bait, such an important objective or seemingly vulnerable unit, commanders can position their units carefully before striking back with overwhelming force. So this one goes from rounds 3 to 5, so it aims on you playing defensively in the first couple of turns. This, of course, is dangerous because it can mean, you sort of run behind on tactics, but let's look at what the rules give us. So the unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back, but if it does, then the enemy unit then until the end of that turn, each time a model in this unit makes a range attack, subtract 1 from its hit rolls. So you get fall back and shoot, which is pretty cool, but you do get -1 to hit for it. And each time a model in this unit makes a range attack that targets the closest enemy unit within 12 inch, if that model is not within engagement range of any enemy units and did not fall back this turn, on the welfare hit roll shown on the table below, it scores an additional hit. So 6, 5, and 4. So we get, these additional hits can be coming on 4-up. Late game, that can be really important. Because obviously we're going to take casualties, and so being able to double up your shots effectively with 4-ups and stuff like that is going to be really, really useful. To just continue and get like firepower equal to squads much bigger than what they might be at that point in the game. The fallback one is cool, like fallback and shoot is cool. The -1 to hit definitely hurts that ability a little bit, but still like being able to fall back and shoot is nice. I guess it all depends on what the ballistic skill characteristic of a lot of the tower units is, depending on how good that can be. And so durable units obviously will get a lot of mileage out of this, so you're wanting to take units that either are going to have invulnerable saves or be able to get better cover saves or better armor saves and stuff like that, or smaller units that are going to be able to hide in cover and stuff like that and easily cloak themselves, or even stuff that can stay off the board for a couple of turns as well. All in all, I really like these two tactics. I think there's some really interesting rules for Tau. I definitely think playing with like some devilfish and stuff like that could be really fun in like the Montcar one. Meanwhile, taking like small units, like things like sniper drones and stealth suits and Ghost Needle battle suits, definitely is going to be fun in Kaoyun, sort of playing that late game army. I do feel Kaoyun will be much harder to play. Having to play late game and play catch up generally is going to be a lot harder to do than playing, aggressive and getting the points on the board. I'm always a fan of points on the board win games over points accrued later, or like trying to play catch up. So that's definitely probably means I'd much rather play Montcar most of the time, but then again, if you're not going to get the first turn, Kaoyun could be a really good thing. I like that you can choose between the two. What do you think of these brand new tower rules? I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on them in the comments below. Well, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And while you're at it, drop us a comment below in the comment section and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, and you can go help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members as well and get access to, if you're a YouTube member, some of our awesome little gifts, or get choice of what we're going to do for content on the channel. You can follow those links in the description of the video to Patreon and YouTube members. But a shout out to them all, our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Pure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, and James Cater. And to our YouTube members as well, a special shout out to Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Aronya, Vinny, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, and Broken Chef. Lastly, I'd like to give a special shout out first of all to Lady Witchvox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel that you see here, and to Xmorphic, who does all the amazing work and the background work for our Discord server. Thank you both very much for all your help. That's it for today though, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.